The lion is an iconic and successful predator that has earned the title of the king of beasts through its intelligence, power, and ferocity. From the savannas of Africa to the forests of India, the lion reigns as the apex predator of all it surveys. However, it may surprise you to learn that Panthera leo is not the only species of lion that has stalked the earth. The following video counts down 6 extinct cousins of the modern lion, how they lived, and what may have wiped them out. Let's get started. Number 6. European cave lion. The Ice Age was home to a whole different caste of megafauna, animals which had early humans constantly looking over their shoulders. Of all the marauding predators of the time, few may have been as frightening to early Europeans as the cave lion. Believed to have evolved around 600,000 years ago, Panthera spelaea was a formidable creature that shared a common ancestor with the lions we know today. Its range stretched from Beringia all the way to Western Europe, in a region called the Mammoth Steppes. These open grasslands were also home to diverse animals like mammoths, giant deer, woolly rhinos, wild horses, wild cattle, and bison, among others. The cave lion would have preyed upon all of these creatures, targeting the young of especially large prey like rhinos and mammoths. Its main rivals were grey wolves, bears, and the also extinct cave hyena. Like all cats, the cave lion was an ambush predator that used its surroundings to camouflage its approach when hunting. Whether or not cave lions hunted and lived in groups like modern lions continues to be a major subject of debate when it comes to this species. Its physiology was similar to most Panthera animals, complete with a large skull and teeth made for predation. The jaws have incisors for grip, canines for puncturing, premolars for slicing off flesh, and molars for chewing. However, morphologists found that the animal's cranium and dental structure were different enough to classify it as a separate species from the lions and tigers it was initially grouped with. Size estimates are based on skeletal remains and footprints. Males were believed to reach 1.2 meters at the shoulder and up to 2.5 meters in length without the tail. Weight estimates place it around 340 kilograms. These estimates mean the cave lion was about 10–12% larger than its modern cousins. The cave lion is believed to have shared the tawny brown-colored coat of modern lions, and it may have had an undercoat to help it survive the cold winters of its habitat. Cave paintings dated at the time indicate that cave lions did not have manes. Unfortunately, a lot of information about cave lions seems to be lost forever, including how they went extinct. That said, experts believe they went extinct around 13,000 years ago due to climate changes that transformed their open grassland habitat into dense forests. Number 5. Sri Lankan lion. The next entry on our list was a subspecies of Panthera leo. Panthera leo sinhalaeus, or the Sri Lankan lion, was a big cat that was native to the island nation until its extinction 37,000 years ago. Tooth fossils, the only major evidence of the creature, were discovered in 1938 by Paulis Deraniyagala, a local paleontologist. Deraniyagala surmised that his findings were that of an undiscovered lion subspecies because the teeth were narrower than other recognized lion species yet larger than those of tigers. Its classification as a bona fide subspecies is therefore somewhat controversial, but it remains unchallenged. Records of lions in Sri Lanka date back to the 5th century CE. A Sinhalese chronicle known as Mahavamsa details the reign of King Jutujemu, a ruler who famously kept a pet lion. Another tome, Ceylon, an account of the island by Sir Emerson Tennant, documents Sri Lanka's wildlife, which includes lions. Sir Emerson's book also emphasized the lion's cultural significance to indigenous people. Another major sign can be found at Sigiriya Rock Fortress, which has lion paw prints carved on the entry steps. Of course, few signs of the Sri Lankan lion's existence are more obvious than the national flag, which features a golden lion holding a traditional katsane sword. Not much else is known about the Sri Lankan lion and, with no skeletal evidence found, estimating its size is very difficult. It is believed that it would have preyed on deer, jungle fowl, monkeys, juvenile elephants, wild cattle, and water buffalo. Experts surmise that the lack of large prey forced the lion to evolve into smaller sizes than its African or Indian cousins. If the Sri Lankan lion was closely related to the Asiatic lions found in India today, it may also have lived in prides. The exact cause of extinction is another mystery. Perhaps overhunting and habitat loss are the chief reasons. Number 4. Mosebach lion. The oldest lion species on our list. The Mosebach lion, more affectionately known to paleontologists as Panthera fossilis, was one of the largest ever members of the Panthera genus, dwarfing most of today's lions and tigers. Panthera fossilis's fossils were first discovered in the Rhine-Neckar district in southwestern Germany, near the town of Mosebach. Later classified as the Mosebach lion, paleontologists were at odds as to where this big cat sat in the Panthera family tree. Some labeled it a subspecies of modern Panthera leo, while others asserted it was a subspecies of the European cave lion and, therefore, a Panthera spelaea. However, mitochondrial genome sequencing has shown that this Mosebach lion was distinct enough to warrant recognition as a separate species. Modern technology has also brought the potential interbreeding of lion species to light, adding a layer of confusion for taxonomists to navigate. Fossil dating places the animal in the early to mid-Pleistocene around 700,000 to 340,000 years ago. It is believed to have descended from large cats that migrated from East Africa to Eurasia. Mosebach lion skulls and nasal cavities are noticeably wider than those of modern lions. The dentition also seems less specialized than that of modern lions, and even the European cave lion, giving credence to claims that the latter was a descendant of the Mosebach lion. The beast is believed to have measured 1.35 meters at the shoulder and 2.5 meters in length, excluding the tail. Weight estimates put it at 200 kilograms for females and more than 450 kilograms for big males. Fossil evidence suggests the biggest Mosebach lions were found in Siberia. It was undoubtedly an apex predator during its time, going after narrow-nosed rhinos, deer, steppe bison, and straight-tusked elephants. Its notable rivals included wolves, bears, hyenas, and various species of saber-toothed cats. The lion also coexisted with early humans like Homo heidelbergensis, whose fossil remains were also found near Mosebach. The Mosebach lion went extinct over 300,000 years ago, but the exact reason is unclear. Perhaps it was hunted to extinction by humans or out-hunted by more efficient predators. Or, maybe, it succumbed to the environmental effects of climate change. Number 3. Barbary lion. Now for a lion that went extinct much more recently. The Barbary lion, which was also known as the North African lion, Egyptian lion, Atlas lion, or Panthera leo, was a modern lion subspecies that went extinct in the mid-20th century. This subspecies, though native to Africa, is believed to be more closely related to Asiatic lions than to lions of sub-Saharan Africa. Its native region stretched from the Atlas Mountains to Tunisia. It lived in scrublands and semi-dense woodlands along the Mediterranean. They had dark, large manes that often ran under the body and past the elbows. These extra-large manes could have been an adaptation to the cooler climes of the Atlas Mountains. Studies on other lion species have indicated that ambient temperature may influence mane size and color, with male lions in hotter environments growing shorter, lighter manes. Most size estimates for wild Barbary lions are based on taxidermy mounts in museums and collections. Males are estimated to have been up to 2.3 to 2.8 meters from nose to tail, with a weight range of 270–300 kilograms. Females were roughly two-thirds of the size. 19th century hunters often claimed that the Barbary lion was the largest African lion species, but the potential for bias makes this claim difficult to judge. The lions lived in prides dominated by a single dominant male or a coalition of males. They hunted whatever they could overpower, including Atlas deer, boar, and gazelles. The emergence of human settlements also introduced livestock to the Barbary lion's menu, and this would trigger a brutal massacre that wiped out the subspecies. Farmers and local governments enlisted local hunters to help control populations that were too close to human settlements. International sport hunters from Europe and the Middle East also joined the fray to test their mettle against one of Africa's mightiest predators. Today, Barbary lions only exist in a few zoos around the world. Some claims have proven to be false advertising, but zoos in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and Addis Ababa, Ethiopia have genetically vetted Barbary lions on display. Haile Selassie I, former emperor of Ethiopia, established a conservation effort for the lions that still exists to this day. Number 2. Cape Lion. From the northernmost tips of Africa to its southernmost, the Cape lion, whose status as a distinct subspecies is still debated, was wiped out in 1858 following the arrival of European settlers in its native range. Panthera leo-melanochaeta lived in the Karoo Plains and northern Cape of South Africa, dominating as an apex predator. It preyed upon a host of antelope, zebra, wildebeest, Cape buffalo, giraffe, and even juvenile elephants. Pretty much whatever it wanted to eat. Proponents of the Cape lion as a separate subspecies argue that its darker mane was distinct from other lions in southern and eastern Africa. Other supporters argued that South Africa's Great Escarpment separated Cape lions and their cousins long enough to isolate them as distinct subspecies. Opponents argue that physiology and genetics point to close relations between Cape lions and other lions. Additionally, a corridor between the escarpment and the Indian Ocean could have facilitated movement to and from the Cape. That said, several respected institutions like natural history museums in London, Paris, and Stockholm still keep exhibits under the Cape Lion banner on display. The lions were cleared out to protect livestock and for sport hunting. Number 1. American lion. Panthera atrox emerged in the Pleistocene epoch roughly 350–340,000 years ago. This massive beast lived in North America, hence the name American lion or American cave lion. Its first documented fossil is a jawbone discovered in Mississippi, and paleontologist Joseph Leidy later classified it as belonging to an unidentified pantherine in 1853. He came up with the species name atrox, which translates to savage. Fossil finds range from Alaska all the way down to Mexico. However, as these things often are, the American lion status as a distinct Panthera species was debated for a long time until gene sequencing technology supported Leidy's initial assertion. Genetic evidence shows it was a direct ancestor of European cave lions that crossed Beringia and reached North America. Physically, the American lion was massive. Evidence suggests it was up to 25% larger than modern lions, making it highly adapted to hunting the megafauna that thrived in North America. It measured 1.2 meters at the shoulder and up to 2.5 meters in length without the tail. Males are believed to have ranged from 230 to 520 kilograms, while females maxed out at 365 kilograms. Like the European cave lion, it is unclear whether the American lion was social or solitary. Evidence supports both views, but it is unlikely that we'll ever know for certain. Atrox hunted deer, mammoths, bison, horses, tapirs, and many other herbivores at the time. It competed with saber-toothed cats, bears, and dire wolves. Carbon dating indicates that the American lion may have gone extinct 12,800 years ago. Human predation is the prime suspect for its extinction. Conclusion. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ding the notification bell to be alerted to new amazing animal content. Bye for now.